eyes open. If you got, stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. If you got, stay strapped before you die smoking. All 3 eyes, I keep my eyes open. Ain't no competition, I'm God's chosen. I can't hide my face.
Peace and blessings, family, and welcome to Universal Life Balance. I'm your host, Chief Jamal Cannon, legendary Black Panther Party, and we're going to get right into it. You see the title of the video. It says, women are the ultimate competitors. Women are the ultimate competitors, and contrary, men, especially alpha men, are not competitors naturally within themselves. I'm going to explain. Now, I know you hear a lot of content creators and other brothers talking about how you got to be competitive, you got to be competitive, you got to be competitive, you got to be competitive. Men, by the definition of alpha, fam, let's look at the definition of alpha. The definition of alpha, we're just going to focus on one word, it's to begin, to build. If you're beginning something and you're creating something, if a man is a builder, builders don't compete. Builders just build. And whatever comes along the way that fits in with what they're building, they roll with. Women, by nature, hypergamy. What is hypergamy? Hypergamy is being competitive. You have to be competitive in hypergamy. You're always looking to strive to get better, okay? You're looking to beat out someone or something to get what you want. That's hypergamy. Okay, and hypergamy denotes the competitive nature. That's why when you look at successful athletes, whether it's and you notice a lot of them are mama's boys, even if they did have both parents there. Look at Michael Jordan. Watch the Last Dance documentary. Who was featured prominently in that documentary? His mother. Because as men, we get our competitive side from women. Even when you look into historical times in arenas or at war, the prize was always women, the spoils of war. Look what that says. It's talking about women. Men are competitive in the context of the natural competitive nature of men comes from women. Okay, it comes from either the desire to mate with a certain woman or being taught that in the nurturing from a mother or a woman, because the visual that a woman gives to a young man is that she's going to nurture him and insulate him until the time he can go out on his own. That's why the father has to discipline and give logic, because the mother is in a constant state. Women are in a constant state of survival. Women are better survivalists than men. Men are builders. Women are better survivalists. They adapt better than men. That's why they're able to see certain things and certain trends and switch up how they do things. Okay? Even when you see the manosphere, I told her it was going to be no matter of time before you start seeing women come into the manosphere. Now, look, there's a lot of women content creators talking about, trying to talk to me. I still listen to some of them. The thing is that you can get, some of them are credible, some of them are not. But the thing that you have to understand with women, they're going to adapt. If they see something going a certain way, they're quicker to adapt than the man because of their competitive hypergamous nature. All right, hypergamy within itself is competing. So when you hear these brothers and these content creators talking about, if we're alpha men, we got to be competitive. No, alpha men are builders. Now listen. Competition for men is a good thing, okay? It's not a bad thing, but it's not necessary for a man who's alpha. If you're alpha, you have your set idea and set goal of who you are, and you don't compete with anybody. I don't compete with anybody for women. I'm simply who I am, and I take what comes my way. I build something that is what I wanted to see it to be. If it competes, it does. If it doesn't, it doesn't. And I build I set out what my vision is, because as men, as leaders, we are builders, okay? Now, if I'm building something and there is something I want to obtain that I need to compete for, then I could channel that. I could channel that nature, because I thought that when they say your feminine side, it doesn't mean that you're effeminate, all right, or that you're a man that has a feminine quality. That doesn't mean that. What it means is that what we get from women as men, what we get from women is game. There's some of y'all call it game, or gamesmanship. Some of y'all might call it that, or chivalry, whatever it may be. The ability to decipher. Women are better psychologically playing tricks than men. we just word it like that. So you're able to learn how to you learn how to deal with women a lot better by dealing with you learn how to deal with women by a lot better by dealing with women growing up, learning from your mom, your aunties, and seeing how they move with men, or seeing how your sisters and everybody move with men. You learn a lot as a man from that. You also learn how they compete. You see how they want a certain guy, and they'll change their clothes, and they'll change this, they'll do that. We learn that from women as men growing up. And we convert it into male energy when we compete amongst each other. But look at what we're competing for. We're usually competing for the affection and viability of a woman. And I'm gonna prove it to you. If you took out, let's just say if you took, and I'm saying amongst heterosexual men, if you went to just a school, a high school, right? A high school or a college, and you remove the women, the females from there, okay? Watch how the fashion would change of that school. Watch how the fights between males would change. Everything would be died down. If you don't believe me, just go to any all-boys school. When you see men getting the haircuts, getting the gear, getting even in everyday life, the club scene. You go to the club scene, you see men dressing to go to the club, or buying the rims, risking jail time. What are we doing it for, brothers? We doing it in hopes of attracting the woman, whether you want to admit that or not. So our competition, our competitive nature comes from learning from the woman. They are the ultimate competitors. Okay, now, we watched in the clip earlier. We're going to watch a clip here real quick. Actually, I said earlier, but I didn't play it yet. We're going to watch a clip featuring Gabrielle Union and Vivica A. Fox in the movie Two Can Play That Game. In this clip, right? In this clip, you're going to see how you got two successful businesswomen both vying for the same man, and they're able to talk about it and still smile, and they know that they hate each other because they understand what it is. As women, they understand that may the best woman win. All right? That's what they understand. So let's watch that clip, and then we're going to come right back and break it down.
Man, don't like it 'cause I'm banging it when the light hit the ice.
Connie Spalding, Vice President of Marketing and a bona fide hoe. Hey, Connie.
Hey, girl, how you been?
Fine. Where you headed?
Up there to see your man. Is he up there?
Oh, he's up there.
Let me go holler at that Negro.
Okay.
Okay.
Bye, sweetie. Bitch.
Now, you just seen in that clip from Two Can Play That Game, starring Vivica A. Fox, Gabrielle Union, Morris Chestnut. We just seen how when she pulled up, she saw the sister coming out from her job, from the workplace, actually from her man's workplace. And she was commenting on how she didn't like her, and they looked at each other, and she gave her the comment like, "I'm going to see your man." Like they let it be, even though they weren't direct, they were direct. They let it be known it was competition in the air. She let it be known, hey, I'm going to talk to your man. And she let it be, and she stood there like, okay, I'm in the vet, I'm doing bigger things. You can talk to him, but I'm holding them down. They both had they both kind of let their gates be known, and women will watch each other. Women are more strategical when it comes to confronting each other on mating situations. They might not do it right away all the time. Now, some women do who are in a masculine nature, but I'm talking about feminine women or women who are in between being feminine and masculine. Or women who are masculine just by being a woman. They won't always do it in that quick confrontation. And usually that's us as men. Men usually, imbalance themselves, and not when we don't use logic, or when we are offended, or we think our manhood is challenged, we're quick to try to compete in a harsher way. Our confrontations are much more brutal and consequential than women, but women have more confrontations and are more strategical. because they're natural competitors. We are not natural competitors as men. We learn that. It's an inherent trait. Okay? It's an inherent trait. All right? Alphas build. Men build in general, not even just alphas. Men build in general. That's why beta men, if you notice beta men, what do? They get dressed up, they overdo it, they try to send as many messages as they can because they're operating in the feminine beta energy. So they're operating in a feminine energy because they're trying to compete. Alpha men don't compete. We don't compete like that. Or Sigma men as well don't compete. Sigma men are intelligent. Alpha men are just who they are, and they don't compete. They sit and they understand where they are, and they make sure that their surroundings fit the situation that they choose or want. All right? Being competitive as men, I'm not saying it's bad, but it's not a natural trait. If you're competitive as an alpha or as a sigma male, you want to be competitive from the standpoint of logic, predetermination, probability. What are my chances? You're not walking into a man, an alpha male or a sigma male or a masculine male. The masculine male does not walk into a walk into a gunfight with a knife. You're well equipped. Even though you're competing, you understand that you're going to make it for you can put yourself in the best position to win as possible. You're going to stack the odds your way. Look at LeBron James. Does he go out and compete for championships? He truly does, but he is the alpha male of the NBA. So he makes sure he has the team, the coaches, the role players, the situations around him. He uses his status to create a winning environment. Alpha masculine men, we create winning environments. We don't have to compete. And when we do have to compete, we compete only within a winning environment. So that's my video for today, family. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Click that notification button. Make sure you comment and let me know what you thought about the video. Get up with me. Check us out. Got more hot content coming for you. This is Chief Jamal Cannon, legendary Black Panther Party, Universal Life Balance. All right, revolutionary love. Peace and love and blessings to all those out there in the earth. And remember, in this world full of extremes, we must maintain balance. In the world full of extremes, family, we must maintain balance.